What's going on, guys? I'm switching it up a little bit today because when I went to go to the Madden release or the midnight release on Monday night, that wasn't the only thing I was picking up. For now, I forget when I found out about it, but for a few months now, I've been waiting for the Ratchet and Clank Collection. Now, if you don't know what this game is, on the PlayStation 2, this was a pretty popular series. It was a PlayStation exclusive. It wasn't an extremely popular series, but it had a very good fan base, and it was one of my favorite series, and now I have to say that this right here, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, is my favorite game of all time. At least my favorite non-sports game for sure. And this was a game I played back when I think I was in 6th or 7th grade. And I've now graduated high school and everything. I'm 19 years old. But this game was my absolute favorite. I spent so much time on this game. It was my first real online game. I think I started off playing like Madden, I don't know what it would have been, like 04, 05, and then this game. And this was one of the games that really got me started with online gaming and got me to just like, once I played this game, all I really cared about going forward in shooters, or most games anyway, was online multiplayer. And so here I am now. They released the Ratchet and Clank Collection, the first 3 Ratchet and Clank games in this series on the PlayStation 2, which they had 4. The one they did not include was Ratchet Deadlocked, which was an alright game, but I think I wouldn't have wanted that one if I could only choose 3. The first 3 are awesome. The first one was probably my least favorite, actually, to play as a story mode, just because I liked the stories for 2 and 3 more and all the weapon upgrading you could do. And then number 2 is my favorite as far as single player goes, because there was so many great weapons, and there was just so much to keep you busy in that game. And then 3 was highlighted for me because of its multiplayer, which was awesome. It's been the best experience I've had on any shooter, bar none. Second place would have to go to Gears of War 1, but I love this game, and to be able to play it again, I mean, I've played it, is the servers, from my knowledge, are like still up, or were still up as of like 6 months ago or a year ago on the PlayStation 2, and it's an old game. If I played it when I was like 13 years old, it's a pretty old game, and there was still a very, very small amount of people playing, like maybe 30, 40 when I was online. I could get in a couple lobbies, and now for it to be back, and they brought back the online servers, I'm absolutely jacked about this. I'm like, finally, something can keep me from buying Call of Duty this November, and it's going to be Ratchet and Clank. So here I am. I didn't talk about the gameplay really. What I'm doing here is I'm playing Capture the Flag here on Outpost X12, and I remember all these maps by heart pretty much. Most of the weapon spawns and most of the just things on each map, the little gaps you can jump over and the wrench jumps. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about unless you play this game online, but here's a 25-minute game. Went 14 and 16, my first game on the Ratchet and Clank Collection, and I was just so happy to be able to play this game again. I mean, of course I'm not as good as I used to be. I still got a lot of getting used to, because I still want to play this game a lot more. Like, I didn't just buy it to play and have a little nostalgia trip for a half hour or an hour. I wanted to actually play this game like having my regular shooter, because usually I like to have a shooter on the side that I just play for fun, and I don't want to have to get Call of Duty again, because I always go through this every year about how I have fun initially and then I just get bored. And this game, I don't get bored of it. I never got bored of it in the past. It was always awesome. Of course, it's different now because I used to play with, like, the community back then was very small. It's like going to a small school. You pretty much, honestly, you knew everybody on the game. It was before multiplayer gaming even got big. Nowadays, you go on Call of Duty, you go on there, you play with, I don't know how many people go on the games, so like 15 other people. You probably never see those people ever again online. Whereas on Ratchet and Clank, there was very small, close-knit community, a lot of clans. The clans were very competitive. And it was just so much different because of the size of the game and how new multiplayer gaming on consoles really was. And it was one of the first games I had played online. Like I said, that, Madden, I played some like SOCOM 1 back then as well. But this game by far has stood out as my favorite game of all time because of how much fun I had on it when I played it when I was younger. And I met a lot of people online that a couple of them I still talk to actually from this game. And we were talking about the collection coming out and how excited we were for that, but I haven't gotten here to play with anybody yet. And most of the players online didn't even have microphones to even talk to or anything like that, so there wasn't a lot of people online when I got the game. Of course, I got it at midnight, and a lot of this gameplay is from the first day it was out, like at 8 o'clock in the morning, so a lot of people didn't have it yet. But I'm hoping more people do get it, and if not, then I want to help populate it by showing people on YouTube here this game that I used to love, and I still would love to play some more regularly. I hope this game can grow a little bit as far as size goes again, to have lobbies going at all hours of the day so that we can have we can keep playing games on here. But it's just such a fun game, and it was back when we had custom lobbies. You could customize the game to your liking, have all the weapons that you want on there, the settings to your liking. Like, everybody back then used to play the charge boots automatically, unlimited ammo, or most people anyway, and that's the way most people are playing now. So I'm assuming that a lot of the players that are online are returning from Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal on the PlayStation 2. And I've gone through some lobbies and seen some names that I actually recognized, because I popped onto the lobbies every now and then over the past few years just to play a couple games every now and then, just because I love this game so much, and it's just been so much fun to play it again. And I want to see more people get on it, but I know games have really changed. People are really into Call of Duty and stuff now, and like all the upgrading of weapons or unlocking weapons and just all the XP and whatnot. But this was a much more simple time for gaming, and online gaming especially. I mean, they had leaderboards and stuff, but I just love playing the games, and it was just some of the most pure fun I had. And it maybe look childish to you guys, especially if you've never seen this game before, never really played Ratchet and Clank. But even if this game could be semi-active again and just have like even 60 to 70 people on at a time, just have some lobbies open for me to play with. And I was even making lobbies on here, and I know there was people online because my lobbies are filling up really quickly because there's only like 3 or 4 rooms open at a time, really. But it was awesome to get on the game again and just feel it out again and try to get back the skills that I used to have and just remember all the little things in the game. And here, I get a little wrench one-on-one with this guy over here, and I must have hit him somehow when I jumped up there, and I was able to return the flag. And I love playing the capture the flag mode on here in Siege. There was 3 game modes, well actually 4. Team Deathmatch, Deathmatch, 2 generic boring game modes. I can't stand those game modes in any game that I play. But Siege and Capture the Flag were some of the most fun I've had on any shooter game. 2 great game types, especially Siege, where you had the turrets on the outside of the bases, and you would have to destroy those, get inside the base, destroy the power core, and then you win the game. It used to be so intense back when I used to play this game. That's why it was so much fun. It wasn't so casual like a lot of games are now. It was really hardcore, actually, I thought. And ever since I played Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, I've always wanted to fill that void with another shooter that could give me the same amount of enjoyment and just pure fun when I played the game. And the closest I've gotten to that has been Gears of War 1, and then I've also enjoyed playing, I think I enjoy playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 the third most of any other shooter. But anyways guys, here's a few clips from some games I played earlier, the first games that I played. I went positive in every game I did, and I was probably the leading player on most of those games. And you can see my stats here: 108 kills, 37 deaths, 12 nodes taken in 6 games. But anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video here. Just a little change of pace. I might live stream some online multiplayer on here in the future, and I could even do live stream playthrough of the different story modes. I have 5 or 6 different Ratchet and Clank games actually from the PS2 and PS3. So anyways guys, thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.